times a day do you check your phone or use your laptop or watch Netflix? For me, I do all these things constantly, every day. I think it's safe to assume that everyone here uses technology every day for multiple purposes. I consider myself a digital native because I grew up using technology and I understand it pretty easily, since it's been changing and improving over time. And I interviewed my grandma and my mom, so it's 3 generations of us, and it was cool to compare the differences in how we grew up with technology and how we've all adapted to it. So I'm going to go in chronological order, starting with my grandma, she was born in 1940, and she grew up in a completely different setting than I did. I can't even imagine. And she's still really old-fashioned to this day. She still lives in the same house that my mom grew up in, bright lime green carpet, and she has an old phone, and that's what I bought for my visual aid. She has a phone kind of like this, and it still works, except hers is white and it's a lot bigger, and you just to dial, you just go like that. So it's kind of cool. Her first experience with new technology was in 2000. We got her a mail station for a Christmas present. It's this little email machine, pretty much. It's got a keyboard and a tiny screen, and she uses it to talk to her sisters. Every day they email about their day, so it's pretty boring stuff. But then when cell phones came out, we got her a flip phone, just pink, and she was really stressed about it because she didn't think she'd know how to use it, but all she knows how to do is call people. And so she's adapted, and she likes to watch TV, so she likes the Wheel of Fortune and stuff like that. She watches the news a lot too. So she's slowly adapted to simple stuff like that. But she thinks life was better before just because she liked a slower life pace, and she thinks social skills aren't as good as they used to be now. But she has to admit that it's also helpful, especially in emergencies, you can just call someone if you're in trouble or something like that. And compared to my grandma, who hasn't adapted the best, my mom has adapted better. She grew up with other technologies. She had a small TV, it only had 3 channels, and she loved to use a record player. She loved listening to Elvis Presley and stuff like that. Oh, she had an Atari, and arcades were really popular when she was younger too. And I'm really jealous because when she was younger, they would go to drive-in movies, and that's something I've always wanted to do. But she's come a long way. She has a smartphone now, and she knows how to use internet, stuff like that. She thinks society is better than it used to be because everything's a lot faster now. You can communicate easier, and you can just call someone whenever you want. And she especially thinks cell phones have helped a lot because you can do so much with cell phones. You can call, text, email, use internet, GPS. You can use it for anything. And compared to my grandma and mom, I understand it pretty easy too. Like I said before, I'm a digital native, so I grew up watching cartoons in the morning, and we always play the Tamagotchis in elementary school, stuff like that. Me and my brother used to always fight because we would be on the internet and then someone wanted to use the phone, stuff like that. But that's changed, so now you don't have that issue anymore. And I used to listen to CDs all the time, and now you can just use iTunes. So there's been a lot of improvements, and I think that they have helped a lot. I can't imagine life without technology and all of this stuff. So I think it's very beneficial to our society. And so there's been a lot of changes from when my grandma was a kid to the time now. And there are some cons, people might be less social. I think it's mostly helped. And it's a strong part of our society, and it's going to keep changing and improving and making life simpler over time. Thank you.